Authors, designers, and small publishers. Hey, it's Matt Stone from 100 Covers. This is our very first tutorial video, and we've done over 1,000 book covers and made a lot of progress in that journey. And just starting to release some videos to go over some of the little gems that we've discovered that I think that could be of help to you. Like I said, if you're an author or a designer or a small publisher, I think you can get a lot out of these little lessons that I'm going to be putting together, hopefully on a weekly basis. So, what's the secret number one most important key of all book cover design? Well, you see a lot of people really making a big point and a big brouhaha about wanting to, quote, stand out. And it's really not about standing out. It's more about blending in. And I would say that the biggest secret to being successful and giving your book the best chance it has at being successful, especially as a small publisher who's not going to be appearing on Jimmy Kimmel and stuff like that promoting your book, you really want to be obvious. So to me, the big lesson here, you want to be as obvious as possible. People know what kind of book they like. They're looking for books that are the kind of books they like. And your book cover, if it can just quickly show them in a blink of an eye and just obviously announce the type of book it is, it's already going to be an effective book cover, more effective than if you're to try to make some kind of groundbreaking new art on your book cover, okay? Don't get cute, don't get fancy. Remember, your book cover is just a billboard. It's a kind of an advertisement to get people's attention and to get people to click and read more about your book, read your reviews, read your book description, and maybe even make a purchase. So the most important thing is getting that look and making it really obvious. And the best way to figure out how to make it obvious is to go and look at the type of book that you're hoping to publish and seeing the themes that jump out at you, right? So here is a compilation sent to me by Alex Newton over at K-Lytics. This is, kind of a montage of all the different successful weight loss, healthy eating, nutrition, diet books, type of things out there. And you can kind of see the themes here. A lot of people would think, what's the most effective type of book cover if you want to lose weight? Oh, you got to show some abs on the cover. I have people always wanting to put abs on the cover. But as you can see, looking through all these big sellers and all these successful books, that's just not the trend right now. The trend, you can see just one here, and this is pretty cheesy, and I bet if we looked it up, it wouldn't be that successful. Certainly not a number one bestseller or at the top of any really big bestseller list. You see food, you see very clean covers, you see big fonts, you see a lot of turquoise and gender-neutral colors and things that are, basically just clean. Something that lends kind of a general credibility to it. You can see there's a lot of text on these book covers. The focus is more of the text on the cover, not so much a bunch of images of people who look like models, bodybuilders, etc. Let's go into another category, just completely different. I love thrillers. This category here is the bestsellers in crime thrillers. And it's really funny how quickly you can pick up on the theme here. So what are you seeing on the bestseller list in this category? What jumps out at you as being a theme for how these covers are done? Right away, we got trees, and then we got trees, and then I see some trees in the distance here, some Joshua trees. I'm not quite sure what that is in the thumbnail, but it looks like palm trees, right? Okay, so we just look through, we have a wintry scene here. We have a winter scene with trees there. We see kind of a blue filter over that. More wintry scene, kind of cold, misty forest. Another forest winter scene. Another kind of lonely, lonesome little scene out there. Snow Creek. With some whiteness in the background, another dark forested cover, more blue filters kind of making it feel a little blue and somber. This, I think, is like the quintessential crime thriller cover, right? You see the fonts are kind of faded out. They're not totally obviously apparent. It's kind of fading away. And then you see this creepy dead forest looking thing with a blue filter. This is, if you put all the little elements together that we've seen in this, top 30 that we've gone through so far, that one kind of captures all of it. Here you got more blue filters, trees, nature scenes, lonely road, cold, right? That's what we get when we get these kind of crime thrillers, even something that's more tropical or, maybe in the blue water here. It still has that really dark feel, more of this like greenish blue type of stuff. But is it not obvious? Look at this blue filter, that everything is just this blue. So if you're going to be creating and trying to sell a crime thriller, you want to go in and make these assessments and look at, what's working. Think about your story and think about how you can apply some of these things that make a crime. What makes a crime thriller look like a crime thriller? You go through the category, you find that out, and then you try to craft a design that fits. You want your book to blend in, not stand out. That's really like Derek Murphy, well-respected book cover design artist and a good friend of mine. I have so much respect for him, and that's one of his sayings. It's better to blend in than stand out, or fit in than stand out. You want your book to look like the other bestsellers in your category. You don't want it to look different. You want it to look the same. That's the goal. So we're looking here, bestsellers in myth and legend fantasy. Look how similar these books all look. It's got a girl. It's got some kind of glowing going on. Purple hair. Lots of purples, lots of glowing. The fonts all have, similarity. Some of these are all, by the same author, but, a lot of them are not. Again, a girl plays a real feature on the cover. There's some more purple. We could just go on and on and on, and you would see these themes just repeated again and again. So you want to go through, identify the look that is currently selling, and try to emulate that look. You don't have to, be unoriginal. You can still apply some creativity and art and originality to the book cover, but you certainly want to achieve the look of the genre so that people who like this type of book, they see it, looks like their kind of book, and they immediately get curious about it. We did a book cover that's right on our site that's in this category. If you look at those, you can see immediately, it's a girl, purple, these kind of, tricked out fonts, same kind of look. So that's the big lesson that I have for you, is just don't try to be so different. Really go out there, see what's working, and try to emulate the style of your book cover based on a proven winner. Why take a chance and try to reinvent the wheel? See what the proven winners are in your genre and seek to match those. Seek to create something similar, and anything you put on the cover, just make it obvious. If we go to fantasy, here's a great example of that. Swords and sorcery. What's an obvious way to make sure that your book, that people will know immediately that it's in the sword and sorcery category? Well, you put a sword on the cover, right? You see some of these covers again, but you're going to see swords. You're going to see swords. So there's a sword up there, a sword here, sword everywhere, right? And again, some of these don't actually fit into this category. The categories are not always accurate, but you're obviously going to see a lot of swords in a sword category, and it's going to have this kind of fantasy look where it's magical and glowy and has this type of font. So anyway, hopefully that was useful. I'm going to be posting a lot of these videos. If you're watching this on Facebook, be sure to drop a like at the 100 Covers Facebook page and stay on the lookout for more. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to the channel and look for updates there. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. Again, Matt Stone from 100 Covers. Catch you again for some more videos soon.